Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I am your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and the players are...
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter. I nearly said a thief. I don't know why. From an asteroid near Brow.
Because you steal all the knickknacks. Hi everyone, I'm Dakami-sama and I play Solas Ebha, who is Half-Elven Cleric Mage of Ogma.
Hey, I'm James. Paladin, I play Ockar, Paladin of Tyr from Brawl.
Hi, I'm Levalithana, an Elven Wild Mage. And she doesn't know where she's from.
Hey there, I'm Zach and I play Lafdul Moonglade, a specialty priest of Erevan, and occasionally a thief. His gimmick is coming up with fun titles, and his current title is the Buccaneering Bell Bandit, because Lafdul wants to silence some bells when we prepare for this
All
attack,
right.
I guess.
How about we change the name of our company for the Company of the Broken Sleep today?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Hi.
Not everyone. And besides, I'm the Dungeon Master. I don't count. Before we get in, for those who want to, and thank you, Anghammarand, for those bits for Lafdul's title. I do appreciate getting paid for other people's hard work.
I'm trying to get into the role playing of my character, you know.
No, I know it's great. For viewers who wish to have some ability to alter the outcome of events, 500 bits will get a player of their choice, or myself, the Dungeon Master, a reroll. Braxon has one. Finn, who is not here today, has one. Ockar has one. Lafdul has one. Leva has 4. Solas has 2. I only have 10. So we left off last time. The party is continuing to do some scouting. Last time, Finn did a lot of scouting within the complex. Noted a number of vent passages and saw some other things. A long curving passageway with some strange man putting things through trapdoors, for example. And there was some thought about how to handle the shack up on top of the mountain that is covering the vent that he used to get in. It is a new day, so you guys will have been able to get your spells back. There is no wind on this day, so it's a very calm weather day.
Yeah, the calm before the storm, as they say.
Perhaps.
Yeah, I think the debate was between flipping the hut on its side or making a door, as to which one was easier and more easy to
It was a
conceal.
great that we couldn't didn't. I think the whole reason we were destroying the hut is to get more access to the grate, that wasn't it?
Yeah, there's a grate
Yeah.
10 feet down that has... it is magically heated in some manner.
Yes.
So we need to get really high rolls on a dispel, or actually
The question
remove
is,
it.
do we really want to bother with that if we have to use lots of spells to even think about using that as a routine?
Or even as a route out, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
I do, because I would rather. If you're attacking from the front door, it's more obvious that you're under attack. If you're attacking from the internals, then it's more confusion. I think there is more of an advantage to it.
I agree.
Well, it's
And
going to
Leva
be...
has memorized 2 dispel magics in case.
Well, it's going to be taking at least few days if we want to use that route to prepare it.
I think we can disable it today. I'm taking 2 Dispel Magics as well.
Anyways, Finn is not here today. He is busy doing other things. So it would be a pity if he wasn't there when we start doing stuff.
Well,
Getting away without the forest and other things that he can do.
you're assuming we can clear this in one day. that's
Oh,
a
yes, we
lot.
can. Lewa is totally convinced of that.
Oh, sure, we just smoke them out and just seal every air hole and just kill them and then just resurrect the elf at the end.
In her eyes, they're all slavers, so they can go to.
So I think the 2 options we're looking at the moment are we either try and get them to open the front door for us, or we open it ourselves, or we go down that hole. Now, if we go down the hole, was it that there wasn't a grill at the bottom? Was there just a grill?
No,
at the
there's a
top?
wind elemental that was pushing people aside.
Yeah.
So you need to be careful not to just suddenly.
Okay, so can we send the elemental back to its own plane?
Oh, that was to remind me, because we're doing. I wanted to take an abjure today to see if I can abjure it, which will dispel it. Send it back to its home plane.
Yeah. I mean,
But
what
it's
was
a
that?
bit of an awkward spell to cast.
Was that
And
elemental doing anything useful, like making air go down to keep people alive, or was it just guarding the
Probably
place?
occasionally. It's probably got more than one command, than gust when people go past.
Okay, because if it's making air go down the bottom, then making it disappear would be noticeable. Whereas if it's just,
It will take time for that to become noticeable.
Solas,
I'd imagine.
Solas, give me an engineering proficiency check, please.
Okay. Beat over.
Okay. You'll have to take a guess based on the information that you already know then.
Yeah, Solas is guessing that it's used to help in the airflow.
yeah. Well, we do
Imagine
know.
so.
We do know from our experience with spelljamming ships that you get quite a lot of time with air in a big space.
Since if that's the only air event, it's most likely not enough.
Yeah.
Not without, a downward magically generated air elemental pushing air in.
Yeah.
I'd hazard to guess that there is more air events, or then that air elemental is, or that air elemental is way more important than just
It's
guarding there.
So if we can temporarily make that grill colder, would we want to bring it up to the ground level? I don't think we want to take a magically hot grill back on our spelljamming ship into wild space.
I mean, apparently we could use that as a constant heating source for, when we go in the flower, as long as it's not attached to anything flammable.
We could, but
that's why Lewa memorized 2 dispel magics and she has some ice spells and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've got shape words and spell magics, although I do need to change that spell.
So this grill's going to be the bar's going to be into the ground. So can we widen the hole or something to get it
I'm
out?
taking a few stone shapes.
Yeah,
Right.
I've got shape wood in case we need it. I doubt we will if we've got stone shape, which is about us. Actually, no, if you're taking stone shape, I'll just take.
I will need to get access to it, and the shack is in the way, so shape wood is good idea.
Alright, so shape wood to assist with the removal of the first grate. Then you got stone shapes for the second grate.
Yeah, use the shape wood for the shack, so we can get into the shack. And then
Okay.
with the stone shape, I can most likely widen the hole.
So
Alright,
how
I'm
are we
gonna
going
pose.
to lift these grills up?
Oh, once we figure out how heavy the first one is, if they're within 50 pounds, I can just telekinetically lift it with my ring.
Oh, that's cool.
If they're within 50 pounds. The first one we can just lift up ourselves. Once we remove the shed.
Okay.
Shack. Is it shed or shack?
It doesn't matter. Same thing. In this
The constructs.
in this situation, shed or shack is fine. Shed is actually probably better because shack tends to have a connotation for poorly constructed, and it's well constructed. All right, so do you guys want to head over there and get started on that, or is there something that you want to do first?
I'm going through my spells, but yeah, I'm just checking. This would be something that would have been discussed last night. Are we taking out a patrol today? And are we taking potentially one captive for information gathering? Because I have spells that will preferably work on the living rather than dead. I.e. memory read.
No, we aren't taking the patrol until we go in. Since that would lead them to be alarmed and most likely sending for help.
I assume we're taking out a patrol today and then going in and attack tomorrow. So
If we
today
take
would
out a
be
patrol today, they will be alerted when we go
well,
in.
they just don't. That's providing they get back. As far as I know, a patrol went missing, so they now need to investigate. They'll be in a slightly heightened alert, but they won't be like a full alert.
Also, if we do the, like I said, if we do the shed and grill thing, it takes quite a lot of spells that would be useful when we go in.
What I'm trying to convey is, we take out a patrol. We make the back entrance more accessible. We do a little bit of sabotage, but we're not doing the attack today. That will be the next day. So I want to go down in that, and I want to silence spells, because they're alarm systems. We need to at least map them or silence them. Because if we can control the bells, then we can control a lot of the alerting.
If we get rid of all the grills, would you be able to go all the way down into the prison and get back out?
I do have a couple of polymorphs just in case I lose one, but
The reason why I'm asking is, would you be able to find out where our target prisoner is?
I would not feel comfortable doing that.
Okay,
because there's anti-magic. If I known there wasn't any anti-magic, I'd be all for it. But because there is,
yeah,
and that would most likely require you to find out where the warden's office is and interrogate someone, since we can't read their script.
I mean, I've taken the sprite venom in case the opportunity presents itself for me to try and capture someone. But the problem is
I don't see how you can capture someone when you are sneaking inside.
Yeah, he can.
Since you would have to also get them out.
The thing is, it's one of my spell's pretty quick, isn't it? Sprite venom, if they fall victim to this magic. Would they? I assume they would know they're being struck, and suddenly they start falling off to sleep.
Yes, they would know that they're being struck, and if they fail their saving, like if they make their saving throw, then they would know. I mean, it would depend a lot on like what you use to convey the sprite venom.
Yeah, if only I had blow darts. I'm working on the blow darts. I've only got arrows, so there's no way to make that subtle. Well, glyph of warding. But then flash or whatever, glyph triggered, and if that fails, then they definitely know something's up.
Yeah. As for taking out a patrol, I think if we're going to take out a patrol, we should be taking out a patrol, finding out what they know, and then trying to get in through the front entrance.
Mm-hmm.
And if we were able to get someone inside and they were able to work out more rough details about the inside, we'd be able to get in the prison, and rather than go around the whole prison, get to the right place. So we don't currently yet know where the warden's office is. If you use your spells on people, would you be able to find out where the warden's office is?
Probably I would assume all the prison guards would know the warden's offices.
Yeah. And whether the warden has...
It's like, where'd you go to collect your pay? Or whatever. Yeah, I'm just being... They probably got treasurer or someone.
Yeah.
But,
because there's the right number of us, so that if somebody could charm someone, so we could get them to get us through the door, even if the charm wears off once we go through the door, we'd be able to get in.
Solas and Leva. I'm going to assume Finn's obviously going to be upstairs if I'm doing scouting, because obviously it's not here. So it's... Do you two want to be pocket companions when I go skulking about if you're invisible in your polymorph forms? Because you might see details that I may not. I mean, I'm going to be sneaking around the place, and you might see things that I do not. I mean...
If it's a matter of charming, Leva has charm person. Do you have charm?
No,
Solas?
charm magic's not my thing.
And Solas?
I don't have the wizard version, and I don't remember if I get the cleric version.
You would not get the priest version, but Lafdul, do you have access to? Do you have minor access to animal?
No, only Finn does.
Okay, you don't have. Okay, you have plant. Minor access to plant. Not animal.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't charm plants?
No. What I'm.
I can't do things with plants.
Charm person or
You know what's
animal.
funny?
Charm person or animal is an animal sphere spell.
So if you want to charm somebody, Leva would have to come with.
Yeah.
On
But
the other hand,
charming
she
them
has to
inside.
She has to memorize charm spell first.
Well, we haven't left the memorization yet, so change spells.
Do the charm spell targets remember that they were charmed?
As far as I know, yes.
Yeah.
The charm takes a long time to wear off if you don't do anything hostile, unless they're incredibly intelligent, like another wizard.
Let me see, charm.
I wonder what school that's under.
So, like, they
Charm
won't
and charm?
necessarily realize that they've been charmed, but a reasonably intelligent person may be able to put two and two together, especially if they've seen magic being cast before. They see you actually cast it as opposed to you casting it from concealment or something like that. They would certainly be like, that is so weird that I felt this strong friendship towards this person who was my enemy or whatever,
And what would happen if the person in question were to walk on anti-magic zone?
Standard anti-magic would suppress that, and so then they would act normally.
And the subject has full memory of the events that took place while he was charmed.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you need, like, a spell that wipes people's memory. Like, the forget spell's really useful.
And the length of time depends on the intelligence of the person, of the person being charmed. If we get somebody really intelligent, it will be just a day or two.
Well, that's between checks. That's between checks. That's not the actual duration. Like someone who's
Okay.
hyper intelligent
Yeah, okay.
could still be charmed forever. They just keep failing their saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Leva, would you be interested in doing a test today
A test of.
to see if the anti-magic zone in the entrance is at the door or behind it?
Yeah.
We
What do
could
you?
test it with
How would you do
wizard
it?
eye. With
Yeah.
wizard eye.
Yeah, we could do that. She only has one wizard eye today. But yes, she's prepared to do that. She also wants to cast Dispel Magic on the grate, on the hot plate, on the hot
Yeah.
grate.
Well-
What else? That's about it.
I've only got one Dispel Magic because I need to take 2 telepathies for you two, if you're both coming with me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's not a really good idea for everyone to go inside, so
You'll
Solas
both
will
be
perhaps-
pocket companions.
How do you mean that? What's that?
You both got polymorph forms.
Mm-hmm.
So you can both be like snakes poking out my pockets or something.
You do realize that. Let's see, polymorph self. How long does it last? Not very long, really.
3 hours.
Oh,
Enough
yes,
time
two
for us.
turns per level. So it depends for Ebha. It depends what level she's casting it. So minimum would be.
Or even if we only
6.
did an hour, that still gives us a lot of information to work with.
No, for her it will be 2 hours, the minimum.
If they're polymorphed, does that mean they can't cast spells?
It depends on the
Depends.
form.
But in general, yes.
If you take like a pixie form, I assume you can still use magic. It's one of the smallest forms you can be.
You'd have to have access to
Yeah.
your spell components.
It's not just that. It's have we all seen pixies to be precise enough to be able to turn into a pixie?
Seen them on Green Shield, at least you have, and Solas has seen me turn into pixie-like forms enough to get a general idea, I'd assume.
I'm not sure if anyone other than Lafdul has actually seen any though.
We have had
Solas has-
we've
Solas
had an
hasn't
encounter.
encountered one.
We have had an encounter several years ago.
On
Years
Green
as
Shield,
in
you did.
years as in playing time. It was. I reckon it was fairly in the beginning, actually.
Did
Yeah, it was
you
on Green
actually
Shield.
see them?
Yeah, they made themselves visible.
Okay, alright.
Only Leather has seen them. Solas wasn't around for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Solas hasn't ever encountered pixies.
But you'd still
thing
need to
is,
have
if-
your right. So you'd still have to have your spell components. So, like polymorph would polymorph all of your equipment with you. So you'd have to like take off whatever you're carrying in terms of spell components, and then carry it with you in that form.
Or give it to me to hold on to, and you use me as like a portable spell component person.
Here, carry that too, please. Give 50 kilos, 100 pounds to Lafdul.
I thought you carry all your spell components in your pouch anyway. It's just Solas's one that would weigh more.
Yeah, but their spell components wouldn't be miniaturized, would they?
Or levels. No, Solas's will be a full size, so I would have to carry the weight of whatever spells you have if this is what we're
Yeah.
doing. And levels would be whatever the pouch weighs.
But, like-
Also, that plan would basically require us to get rid of the air elemental, which might be noticeable.
Okay,
Well,
so
I've taken Abjure, so I assume we're doing this today to get rid of elemental.
if
But we should not forget here it says a caster not used to a new form, like a pixie, might be penalized at the DM's option. For example, a -2 penalty to attack rolls.
You might be slower at casting your spells, trying to adjust.
If we,
Braxon, you want something to say?
yeah, if we tackle this thing with the shed and we get rid of the 2 grills successfully, assuming that we don't run out of dispel magics, and then we manage to get rid of the elemental, would we have enough spells to put the shed back so that if they become suspicious and come up the hill, they see a shed?
I mean, you don't have to break the shed. You only need to make an entrance to it with the shape wood.
Yeah.
I've got a shape wood, so you can decide whatever you want to do, and I will see what I can do about it.
Okay.
But if they went up to the shed, they would see the widened hole into the air vent.
Is the shed large enough for us to camp inside, Ald?
No.
Okay. Fair enough. Because I was going to say, if it was big enough, we'd just transfer our camp there and then do what we need to do.
I think the
Question?
shed is only about 5 feet by 5 feet.
Yeah, it's only 5 feet by 5 feet. Yes, Leva.
Is the shape wood, is that permanent?
Yeah.
What about a pass wall?
It's high
That's not
level magic,
permanent.
though.
Pass wall is not permanent, but it might not last long enough for you to get back out.
Is there enough flat area outside the shed for us to be near to the shed without being seen?
It's a giant
Depends on
boulder
how
out in the
far
open.
away you're saying you don't want to be seen, and depends on what you're doing.
Yeah.
So with dimension door, does the caster need to see the goal, the area where he aims for?
No, you can dimension door into places that you've never seen, but you run the
So
risk of there being a solid matter there if you can't see it.
oh no, it's more like let's say a pass wall to get into the shed, but using dimension door to come out.
Relatively easy for you.
Solas and a Lafdul would then have to be like in your pocket kind of thing, because you couldn't like.
They'd be reduced.
Yeah, I mean they
I
wouldn't
can
they wouldn't
reduce
have they wouldn't
myself.
be they couldn't be full size. They couldn't be like just holding onto you or anything like that. You would have to essentially be carrying them.
Subject. All the wizard wears or carries, subject to a maximum weight equal to 500 pounds of non-living matter or half that amount of living matter.
Right.
I
Or
mean,
teleport. Or teleport back.
Yeah. So what? Are you suggesting we leave the grate intact?
No.
No, I think she's talking about the shed.
Yes, I was talking about the shed to get in something like pass wall, because that leaves no trace, and when it goes away, there's no sign that somebody entered. But to come out, use something like dimension door or teleport. In fact.
I mean, you can use shapewood to.
Put it
How
back.
is this grate constructed? Is it got like metal spike? Is it like a round thing, or is it just spikes that are just sticking into the ground or constructed material that's anchoring it?
The shed is bolted to the ground.
What about the grate? The first grate to get in.
The grate 10 feet down in the shaft.
Yeah.
That's bolted into the stone. The shed has metal grates built into the wall, into the wooden walls. Those are, just standard, like, bolted in kind of thing.
Oh, so those are like windows.
Yeah. They allow the free flow of air into that while also protecting the whole opening from any sort of like snow would have to be really high to cause a problem, and even though the warm grate is 10 feet down, it warms up the air above it and outside enough that snow would melt faster around here than at other parts in the middle of winter kind of thing. So you'd be very unlikely to get this shed completely snowed in, even in like a blizzard. So air would still go into the air shaft. Like Solas can tell you that that's kind of the reasons for the construction. It's to prevent weather from going in and keep it protected against the elements and stuff like that, and animals and things like that. Does that answer your questions? Did I disconnect?
No, no.
Okay.
So I
was
guess there's
muted.
only one grill down the hole, isn't there?
Right.
I thought there was two.
I
but
thought there
there's
was
one.
2.
I don't know
No,
where.
the other's just the windows.
I don't know where you guys were getting to.
I think we confused the grills on the windows with the grill at the top.
Yeah.
So there's just the one 10-foot down that's heated.
Yes.
So we've only got to get one grill out.
Oh,
Yes. The other grills were in the smoke chimneys.
Yeah, the chimneys all have one as well. They're not heated.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
I
I think
thought that was clear.
I think we should get the person that can do shape wall to take down the wall on the shed that's furthest away from the road, and then we weigh that down with rocks so that it doesn't blow away if there's a breeze.
so you can just leave it as a detachable modular shed now.
Yeah, yeah. And
I mean,
then,
I've taken one shape, but I've only taken the one, so when we get there, we can...
and then you guys can try to do something to cool down the
Great.
grate.
Well, you don't necessarily need to cool down the grate to get it out.
If we just...
Oh, it can be floated out while it's still hot.
With the shape, depending on how much this thing weighs. Do you think when you get close enough, you'll be able to assess its weight? You don't have any weight assessing spells, do you?
I mean, it's a
Like-
6 foot by 6 foot. A 6 inch by 6 inch metal grate. It's not going to weigh 50 pounds. It's going to be under that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is a smaller than person-sized grate.
Right.
So.
Yeah, since the hole is smaller than person. And
Right,
if I
yeah.
remember correctly, the hole was smaller than person for quite a distance.
The whole way.
Mm-hmm.
There is a room that is 10 feet by 10 feet off the side of it below the grate, and that's where the air elemental is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think my worry about that with the air elemental is, if you're shrunk, you can't enlarge if it would kill you while you're still in a confined space. But if you got into that 10-foot by 10-foot cube and there was
if you are
anti-magic, you couldn't get out of it.
if you are polymorphed, at least with the wizard one, as long as the spell lasts, you could change your form as many times as you wish.
Oh. Side note, what would be antithesis to the air? I guess earth, but I don't have any earth-based. Actually, would I know anything about adamantine in that regard?
Not in regards to elementals.
It being
elementals.
earth. Well, no, it being an elemental earth thing.
Not specifically.
Because Finn has access to adamantine mace, whatever that spell is. I'm wondering if not he might be able to hedge in on this.
He might be able to if he were here.
Looking at the spell, it is like designed to really good against air elementals, and I'm thinking that would be like a perfect way to abjure an air elemental, is to have that spell or some kind of reference to adamantine being elemental earth.
Yeah, it's a pity that I only get minor access to elemental earth, since I would love to have that adamantine mace spell.
Who would be the most knowledgeable about the elemental opposing elemental? Is that common knowledge because none of us are specialists, or?
Finn would, and any wizard who has done some studying or has a conjure, maybe if they have a conjure elemental spell or something like that, or has studied the elements.
I'm just thinking. If he's not here, there's nowhere I can get.
I mean, if you need adamantite, you do have some. Or at
Yeah,
least I
but
do.
the character doesn't know to use them. That's the problem. I'm trying to bridge that gap, but the player isn't here to answer that bridge, so I'm wondering if there was another way around it with you two.
I mean, you can
'Cause
also like, rather than go in circles around something that you don't feel confident about, you can put that off to later.
Well, I've got Abjure. It's happening today.
Okay, well keep in
Abjure is a
mind
spell
that
for-
if you get rid of the air elemental, you're taking away what is bringing fresh air down into the prison.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I assume we're attacking the next day.
I have not heard anyone else agree to that.
All right.
Just so you know, I mean, maybe that's
What?
something unsaid amongst all of you, but I have not heard anyone else agree to that or sound like they're definitely in on that.
We agree to what? If I may ask?
Attacking the next day.
No, Lever is against that.
All right.
Well, we can't wait indefinitely. We've got to.
What
go
I
in at
wanted to
some point.
propose was
Yeah.
we sort out the grate, we take out a patrol, and we disband the elemental, and we fully commit to an attack the next day.
Right, but so
Because we've
real
made
fast,
our
real fast,
entrance.
real fast. Let me say something. Let me ask something. Do you know the layout of the prison well enough to find the prisoner in question and get him out?
No.
No, we don't know. I
So-
mean, that's not going to be a thing
Why don't we
can
find
do.
that
Right,
out?
so- Yeah, so like, maybe wait to decide on like get your ducks in a row first.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we
Also,
were doing scouting. I
Lafdul-
wanted that
We were
pocket.
told quite clearly that there's no, unlike in other places, we are not under particular time pressure here. That doesn't mean that we can spend our holidays here, but it means that we can take the time to have a look around and to get the information that we need to be successful afterwards. If we just say, oh, we are impatient, we want to do it tomorrow or today, then that's not according to this. It just means that I'm sick of looking for the information. Therefore, let's go and attack half baked. And Lever is
Also,
not the good doesn't agree to that at all.
also Lafdul. The amount of stone shapes I can take will not make us an entrance that route.
Well, that's why you were going to polymorph.
Yeah, but again, that would reduce the amount of spells we have when we are inside quite radically.
I mean,
So hang on.
real fast. My point is just like, once you get the information that you need, once you are satisfied you have the information you need, and that might come today. That might come today, depending
Yeah.
on what you do and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to make a decision to attack until you have that information. And then it can
Yep.
just be like, okay, we got the information, we're going tomorrow, kind of thing, you know. And that tomorrow is whatever the day after you get the information. So you don't need to be like, you know, plan out for an attack tomorrow when you may not even have the information that you need today. That's just what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But why are you sabotaging the bells, Lafdul? Tell me, is that just satisfying Lafdul's desire
No,
to be destructive, or why is
because
that?
when we actually attack, I'd rather the bells be disabled ahead of time.
Yeah, but
That's
But
you
if we
don't have
don't
to
know,
sabotage them today. You
no,
can find them
correct.
today.
Alright, we'll
Yes,
just find them today then. We won't sabotage them.
okay.
So we make a map of like where they are.
that's
Let's
what plans are made for. We go and we find the bells. We decide to sabotage them at some point, and then we make I mean, we try to make a plan. It will come differently anyway, but it's always good to have at least an attempt at making a plan.
the way I'm looking at it, we have to use the shape wood to get to the hole. So we're using the shape wood. We have to
Why
get the
do-
grill out in order to get you up and down. So we're going to do that, yeah? Finn managed to get past that elemental without fighting it.
But it did attack Finn.
It did. Okay.
He was buffeted against the side.
Ah, right. That was an attack. Okay, got you.
Yeah, he
That's
took
why
damage.
you need to take a certain form that's not either going to, like, if you take a winged creature, you need like a hovering bird, hummingbird, because they can stay stationary when they fly. If you take like a gull or something, it will just hit the wall and just fall all the way down.
Yeah.
He was
Well,
also a gecko last time. Now it's stuck to
okay.
walls.
So going down, you've got a long hole. Could you possibly drop past the elemental before it's got time to react? If
I
you
don't
had
want
the
to
right
hedge my
form.
bets that I'm faster than an air element, so they're one of the fastest things in existence.
Okay.
I'd imagine.
All right.
Just how tall or question to old.
Mhm.
Reducing people who can't reduce themselves, like the two of them, Ockar and Braxon. How tall would they be at the maximum, or in fact at the minimum?
So at 9th level of casting, they're 10% of their normal height. And then beyond that, it's is it 1 inch or is it halved?
1 inch, I think. Let me have a quick look. Enlarge. There we go.
So at the 9th level of ability, Ockar is 7 inches tall.
It's 10% per level, then 1 foot increment to less than a foot, then 1 inch increment to 1 inch, and by 1/10 inch increments to a minimum of 1/10 of an inch.
Yeah. So
What's your lowest ability?
Lowest
On
is 6. She's level 11. So -5 is 6.
worst case.
Mm-hmm.
So he would be like if you get the absolute worst roll, he'd be 29 inches tall. Which is
Is that enough to get through the grate, or is that going to be tight?
You would need to grade out.
Sorry, I meant the shaft.
He could go down the shaft because that's height, and he'd be way smaller. Like he'd be less than 6 inches across, I think.
I think because we were also doing the Featherfall strategy if we were going in that way.
Yeah. Leva also has fly, so she has left Featherfall and fly, so she could cast either one.
Although I think I've got the spells that I'm going to take at this point. There was one spell that I wasn't sure about, and that was replacing my Sacred Guardian with Whisper Ward. Because if people are worried about the people inspecting the shed, the Whisper Ward, I think you rolled within that the spell would wake you. If it's breached, it just blows a strong wind if you're within a mile of it.
Yeah. I think I said that.
So I would at least know that something has broken the Whisper Ward. And then I would be woken, I would have woken the rest of you, then basically we take out that patrol or adjust as we need to. So, yeah, no, I will take a Whisper Wall, because I assume we're leaving at least the front part of the shed still up, or have I misunderstood?
Yeah, I think we should leave the front part of the shed up. And I think
So
we
we
should
were
try and
just-
shape it so that we can
Get a
try
better angle.
to...
So you're gonna
Try
shape
the
it.
Spells.
Are you basically gonna shape a door in it?
I think we were shaping off like one of the wooden sides so we can just like detached and reattached or something. Well, roughly reattached.
Yeah.
I mean, Solas is an engineer. I assume he and Braxon's the carpenter. Between them two, they might just tell me where, you can shape it along this angle to not compromise completely.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Or at least last for a few days before it does, which is more than enough time than we need.
Yeah. So I think really we need to get
I will
rid of that.
take a...
Get rid of the
Sorry.
wall and the grill and have someone go down there and spy.
All right, so you guys ready to head over there?
As for your thing about the bells, do we know what the bells do? Do they ring every hour to let people know the hour's gone? And for shift changes, or are they alarm bells?
Finn has seen
don't
a
know
single
that.
bell.
A single bell, right?
There may be
It
others,
could
but
be
he only saw one.
Yeah.
I would think that there would be multiple bells around the complex.
If we can sneak into the barracks, I could do a memory read on one of the guards.
Yeah.
Who's asleep.
Yeah, if you can do that, that would be awesome because you can find out the purpose of the bells. The bells might be like 2 rings to get the door opened.
Well, I mean, yes, but I would look at the memory of, this is your first day on the job. These are all the things you need to know, kind of thing. And I think that would give me the most general, rounded information.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
It may not give the bells, but I would assume, the bells are here for this purpose. Routine. Guard
Solas,
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
shall we start by going to the door where you wanted me to cast a wizard eye?
Yeah, you might want to be,
Yeah, further away so nobody can hear me.
and possibly invisible.
And,
That can be arranged, yes.
did you make Solas invisible as well?
I will have invisibility 10-foot radius when I'm ready for myself.
I mean, I don't plan on doing anything that would break my invisibility when we scout. Because I can make myself invisible. Level's potentially doing multiple things where she'll need to be invisible. I'm just wondering if she can extend that to you, then you won't. And then we at least have more, we don't have to worry about it.
She only memorized one today.
Alright. I mean, I do have my pixie dust, but
Again,
I don't have to use that.
Again, I have my own invisibility spell.
Okay.
So, what time are you looking at going? Like, basically, what type of like how long do some of you need to
Leva needed 2 hours 40 minutes.
Okay.
I would suggest that we do the sneaking in during nighttime. There might be less people awake.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know
Then
there's a
what do you
nighttime
want to
patrol.
then what do you want to do during the whole day that you're waiting until nighttime?
Well, we do have the test with the wizard eye on the entrance.
That's probably not going to take all day.
Yeah,
I
no.
Just thinking about whether it's really clever to do it at night because during the day people are busy, whereas at night if we make any noise whatsoever, people will notice something unusual.
I mean, because it's a prison, I assume they're splitting their waking and sleeping shifts evenly. Or on a regular routine, so they're not compromised. They're always going to have an available working shift.
But they'd have less prisoners travelling around at night, so it will be quieter.
Our impression was that they're quite professional, right?
Yes.
So in that case, yes, I agree with what you just said, that they probably split it up.
I mean,
Pause.
you've seen daytime and nighttime patrols, and they've been the same size. So
Yeah, but patrol is not equal patrol. They could come out and have a drink and sort of look around and go back in, or they go around, they come out and actually have a look around and walk.
well, no. What
look.
I'm saying is that given that, it would be reasonable to assume that they have similar numbers of people on duty during the day and at night.
So the only difference that we've seen between day and night is that at night there is no smoke. Correct?
Yeah.
Was that a yes?
Yes.
Okay.
But
I remember that as
do
well.
keep in mind that most likely the prisoners are asleep during the night, so also the guards might not be as alerted.
Question, Ald.
Yes.
When we've observed the patrols going out and coming back, how long have they spent away from the base?
An hour.
Right. So how long would you need to do your wizard eye thing, Never? Can you do it in less than an hour?
She needs one turn to cast it.
Yeah, they're going to be
That's
in and
10
out of the
minutes, isn't
front
it?
door.
And after that, it lasts just a second.
How long does it take to get down the mountain when?
Yeah, the return. You might be able to sneak in at that point.
It takes about an hour to get down if you are going down the stealthy way.
So,
but if you're invisible and flying,
if you're invisible and flying, it's a lot faster.
So I think you might need to go down and be invisible, and then wait for the patrol to come out, and then do your thing. And
I would suggest wait until they go back in. So that's the whole point, is to sneak the eye inside. So
Right.
you'd have to time it with the return.
So the 2 days that we've been, 3 days, whatever, have they during the day always come out at around the same time?
No.
Always different times.
So you saw one day patrol come out at noon, one come out at 1 p.m. You've seen a night patrol come out at 10 p.m. and a night patrol come out at 5 a.m.
So looking at the time, 1 round per level, the lifetime of a wizard eye, which is 1 round per level, I don't think it's going to last for long enough. It's not something we can plan because...
you do it on the return journey.
Yeah, you cast it when they are on the patrol. We can spot when they go to patrol.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
okay.
When they return back in, you try to get an estimate of when they're going to arrive back in the front door.
Yeah, but don't forget, if we time it just very tight, they can still hear. They can hear me cast the spell.
I mean, you're gonna have to.
How far does the voice travel?
I mean, you're not shouting the spell, but you do have to speak firmly. You can try to be as quiet as possible, and there are rules to see if someone hears you if you are trying to be stealthy.
It's generally.
I mean, it's not a guarantee, but.
It's actually it's a pity because I keep looking at vocalize. It's like opening the fridge to expect everything different in there, but I look at the vocalize. That is it still too short? And it is. That just never changes.
So extension spells would be nice for that.
Yeah, but vocalize just isn't long enough. You'd have to extend it a lot.
I mean, it's a windless day. If you wanted to wait until you had a day where it was going to be
Windy?
windy or something like that, that might work in your favor.
So, what's the weather forecast for the next few days? Didn't Finn ask for that?
He got that for the ship.
Yeah,
Just
but
for
that
the
was
ship.
Miles
different
away.
region.
Okay, what a pity. Oh well.
So, what are you guys feeling like doing?
I wonder what would happen if I cast Inverted Ethics on the group that's just randomly patrolling. I'm not saying this out loud, I'm just musing with my own thoughts.
I think we should do the shed because we can do the shed. The thing about getting the Wizard's Eye in, you absolutely have to have them there to get the Wizard's Eye in. It can't pass through walls and things.
No, it has to have a hole at least for as big for a mouse hole.
We wanted to see
Right.
if the anti-magic was behind the door.
Did anyone look at the doors closely enough to see that there are absolutely zero holes there where a wizard eye could go through?
I looked it close enough to see what what was written there, but I don't think if Old said if there was any visible holes.
No one who's seen the door has noticed a significant hole or gap. Put it that way.
Pity.
Can you
Defeats the
cast?
point.
Can you cast another spell on the Wizard Eye to make it go through a wall?
Make it reduced. But I don't think that will work. No.
No,
No,
you,
but
you
you
basically have very little ability to affect the ability of Wizard Eye to function, kind of thing. Like,
Okay.
I mean, Wizard
No,
Eye
it's just-
itself is already quite good in that it's barely visible and it can go places where we can't, and it can see things.
Yeah.
It keeps the connection to the wizard. There's not much more you could want.
No, it's just you mentioned pass wall, and
Yes,
I wondered
that's
if you
for
could
us.
put that on the.
You have
That's
to
for
make
us.
a higher level
That's
spell for that.
No,
kind
no,
of
no. I was
what you're
wondering if you
after.
could use pass wall to get the Wizard Eye through the door.
yeah, you could if the door is made out of stone, but then the people would notice this 6-foot hole in the in the door. Wouldn't
Mine
they?
Yeah, the
Yep.
the pass wall isn't that you can just walk through the wall.
Oh, right,
yeah, it literally
Solas.
opens a passage.
right.
Solas,
Mhm.
could she cast Wizard Eye from the ethereal plane?
Yes, but the wizard eye would also be in the ethereal plane.
Yeah, but then I can just go through the door.
Possibly.
We could
Yeah.
try that. Why
But
don't we try to? Why don't we use today to try it?
I don't know if he has the spell, and I don't think he does, considering I just suggested it.
so here's one issue with that is that the Wizard Eye would be on the ethereal plane, and the anti-magic stuff is on the material plane, not the ethereal plane.
Eh.
Well, that might be useful because you get past the anti-magic.
Yeah, you would get.
Not necessarily. Remember what happened in the Grav ruins, or the ruins on the Grav planet.
I
If
don't.
they
There
was
was,
made out of material.
There was that bit of wall that you couldn't pass in the ethereal.
Right. Okay.
Since while you are in the ethereal, you are there because of magic
Yeah.
and not a natural ability.
I think we should definitely concentrate on the shed. If we can figure out how to get a Wizard Eye through this door without giving the game away, we should go for that. But
just
we
thought
don't
something.
want to. We don't want to tip our hand yet.
Here's an. I have not prepared this, so this is unfortunate. But I think this would work. If I cast Locate Object on an item that person is carrying as they go into that complex, would I suddenly lose the connection the moment they go through an anti-magic?
Maybe.
That would tell me that it's right behind there.
It might.
That would be the power. Well, that's what we're trying to figure out anyway. I don't have the spell now, but if I find something and I know exactly what that person has that's unique, I need to check the spell. But yeah, other
Okay,
people talk when I'm looking at this. So.
I'm afraid
I
I'm going
just-
to have to go back to the shed because we're hopping between the shed and the front door.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is for the
I
next
just
day.
saw something.
There's first
just-
there's a lot of here's what we could do, here's what we could do, and there's not a whole lot of let's do the things that we can do, that we know we want to do,
Yeah.
that we know we can do. Maybe
Well, I
get
wanna
those
do the
taken care
shed.
of.
I want to do the shed. What I want to
Ooh,
ask
do the shed.
is there a spell that can stun an elemental that one of you might have?
Define stun.
Make you go to sleep for a few minutes.
Sleep
elemental,
hold,
no.
sleep hold, paralyze, stun, anything. He just wants
Is he
it taken
down
out of
elemental?
out of action for a short period, but not like
Yeah,
killed or dispelled.
yeah.
There's
They were
actually a
just-
spell that would allow us to go through the elemental area without the elemental reacting that much. Protection
Uh,
from evil.
Yeah, it's conjured, but that's assuming that an evil person. Well, yeah, that's a good chance that
It
it's
does
evil.
work against elementals.
Isn't it dependent on who can summon them?
For example, it worked on the water elementals.
Okay, so that solves the problem with the elementals. We can get a spy in, and they can go around the prison invisibly and find out.
It prevents the physical contact of extraplanar or conjured creatures.
Right, so Lafdul, if you went in to look around, seeing as you're our chief sneaky person, would you be able to knock out the elemental on the way back?
Nope, because I did not prepare that spell. I've taken an object. My intention was to take it out. I don't have any spells that really allow me to get past it.
Leva, did you have something to ask or say?
Yes, it wasn't actually asked, it was an information for the others. I had forgotten that Leva has divination enhancement, which allows the duration and the range of the wizard eye spell to be extended from 1st level to 4th level.
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
that is good. All right.
It's the duration is 2 turns plus 2 rounds a level, which is quite a bit different to what it normally is.
Let me see.
That's pretty cool.
It actually affects all divination spells, but here it is explicitly for the wizard eye, and it's meant for the wizard eye.
What spells is?
Divination enhancement. It's a level 4 spell.
What school?
Evocation.
Really?
That's pretty
Common
cool.
for. And so she'd be prepared to memorize that for tomorrow because she doesn't have it now. It is, however, a level 4 spell, which is wizard eye as well. So
And your polymorph.
So since you
could
guys
take
haven't actually done anything yet, if you want to rejigger some of your memorized spells, and because like you guys have only been discussing things right now.
Yep.
If
Yeah,
there
that's
is
fine.
something that you want to do, then I would say I'm okay with that. If you want to take some protection from evil spells, if you want to get this divination enhancement, that kind of thing.
I just realized I did have protection from evil memorized, but only the first level spell. I cannot
so Leva
remember.
will take the divination enhancement for the wizard eye, and it changes the equation because now what we talked about before, is actually sort of feasible, because now she can actually cast it and shortly before the people come back from a patrol, and it will last for that long, and it can go in with them.
Well,
That's good.
divination enhancement would also be really good because, like, you were able to get the wizard eye down the shaft, but you didn't have enough time to really do a whole lot of exploration with it.
Correct.
So,
Because but,
like with
Levan,
this, it would allow you to get more exploration in.
that the only the disadvantage is that like always, it's they're both level 4 spells. She has 4 level 4 spells, and you can't just take any number of spells in that case.
Right. I mean, you do always have to have a wild magic spell, but
Yeah.
right. But
Exactly.
what I'm saying is that, like, you don't need divination enhancement if your test is, if you're using the wizard eye to see if the anti-magic area is right inside the door, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're extending the duration of a spell that you're fully expecting to be dispelled right away, kind of thing.
That's correct. The extending the duration is not for getting past the door. The extending the duration is being able to cast the wizard eye before the patrol actually comes in and hears me cast anything.
Okay, if that's how you want to use it, that's
So,
perfectly fine.
Going in is sort of on top of that.
Okay.
Isn't the purpose of that just to see if it's anti-magic in front of the door, behind the door?
Right. She's worried about not having enough duration, and either casting it too close to when they are getting back and they hear her, or it expiring before they get back because she jumped the gun, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Yeah, but I could do this with the locate object. If we're just trying to figure out if there's anti-magic.
Yeah, if you can put something in
Okay.
their pocket.
But let's go and do something.
I think we should.
If we're allowed to change more spells, I'm going to take a locate object.
Yeah.
That means I will not have. What? Because you've got the extra jury. Are we doing? I'm going down. Well, this has thrown my spell selection like completely out of the because I don't even know if I'm going
change
down
it.
now.
She has a plan. Like, she has a plan that you were coming up with the locate object in case the other, you couldn't do the other thing. So it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, do you really, like, you've already done one thing that kind of indicated what you're doing, and now you're just trying to confirm that that's the case. Solas tried to cast either clairaudience or clairvoyance or both, I can't remember, beyond the door, and they failed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not that. It's well, I mean, it is partially that. It's also I don't even know if I'm going down with level Solas anymore, because if she's got an extended duration on her wizard eye. If we're leaving
as you
things
see,
intact.
if the wizard eye survives, which it may, because we don't know whether the anti-magic starts immediately after the door, then she can use the wizard eye to explore a little bit, and we know a little bit more about the whole place. And if it doesn't survive, then we know it. Then we go up to the shed, and she casts dispel magic on the grate, and we do a few other things. Let's go and do something.
Yeah. See, these ideas are not either or ideas.
Yeah, we can do both.
It's both can work. Why
Yeah.
not both?
Are you two? All right. The one thing I will say: are you two both coming down with me when I go down to do scouting?
You mean down the shaft?
Yeah, to Solas and Leva. Are you? I need to know if I'm taking 2 telepathies.
Do you necessarily need both, since that's always more risks?
Well, the spell lasts like half an hour, so.
What do you want us to do? Tell us.
Well, no,
What
if we
would-
go down there, you can communicate to me without actually me giving the game away that I'm, there, because I'm suddenly having a conversation in the middle of space.
That's no. I'm asking, what would you want Leva or Solas do if they come down with you? Either one or both.
More I see, more things.
Okay.
Yeah.
He has
Sounds okay.
different skill sets that I don't have. You have cooking skill sets that I don't have. You might notice something with the
All right.
cooking.
Sounds good. Leva is
Solas could
prepared to
try
come
and-
down, and in fact, if the eye
Alright, 2 telepathies.
question old,
Mhm.
how far away can she get from the eye? Now that the extension is there, the enhancement.
I don't think there's an actual limit to how far away you can be from the wizard eye. It's just that it can only travel a certain amount per round, I think. I don't recall anything saying that you have to be within a certain amount of space of the wizard eye.
Yeah, I didn't see anything either. Because if the wizard eye survives, and if the time holds up, then we can go up there and the wizard eye can meet us.
So what I would, the fact that it says that it increases the range of Wizard Eye is what I would have that do is allow it to increase its movement speed.
Okay. Duration and range are both increased by 50%.
Yeah, because there's no other real range for Wizard Eye. It's just it moves at a certain thing. It can see a bit further too, so I'll allow that. I think that is part of it. But
Thank you. Okay. Well, let's go and do that. And if the wizard eye is still, if we keep within the time limit, which is 2 turns plus 2 rounds a level.
no, so the that duration is for the divination enhancement, and
Correct.
any divination spell that you cast within that period gets
Will have the
increased.
Correct.
That doesn't apply to Wizard Eye itself, but because of divination enhancement, it's the Wizard Eye duration is 1.5 rounds per level.
Okay. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that I see, yes. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So here's the question. Since you do not know when a patrol is going to go out, and it takes time to get down to the base of the mountain that you're on, do you want to go down and hide down there and wait? Do you want to wait up top? Do you want to cast some spells to help you to hide? Do you want to? How do you want to do it?
Leva is going to cast invisibility on herself and fly.
Okay. Well, if you're going to cast fly, then you probably want to wait until they come out, because then you can get down there in time.
Mm-hmm.
With invisibility,
Yeah.
you can get down there earlier and just wait down at the foot of the mountain.
All right.
It's just it's up to you what you want to do and how you want to do it.
You know what my thing, what I would suggest we do? I would suggest we explore getting the shaft open and getting people down to explore inside first. And we have someone watch for a patrol. And if the patrol happens while you're down there and they come back and it's too late, that's just tough. Yeah. But if you come back up the pipe and the patrol hasn't gone out yet, then we can do the other thing afterwards.
I mean, we can always wait the patrol and then do the shaft.
And I think
We can have all
Lafdul
sorts
wanted to go down the shaft at night anyway.
I mean,
that was
for all we know, that we could go down the shaft, Leva casts a wizard eye, and if there's a place where she can do it, and we use the wizard eye to go to flits around the place.
Yeah, that's possible as well.
If we're
and we may actually get to the entrance, so we know not just whether the area around the entrance is okay, but the whole place.
I think we should go ahead and give it a shot. We've discussed this for a good long while. I think we have a good plan in mind.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We're just
But
talking
the
about
order of
progressing
operations
quickly.
is important. Do you wait for the patrol and do that, and then do the shaft? Do you want to do the shaft and then do the patrol? Because it matters.
I vote for the patrol first and the shaft later.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with
I'm
I agree
saying.
with him.
All right.
Okay, looks like we're doing it that way.
Okay. So, that gets me back to the original question. Do you want to wait down at the base of the mountain? Do you want to wait up top of the mountain for a patrol? Because you don't know what time the patrol is going to go out.
How long does it take to get down from the top?
If you're flying, you can get down there in about a half an hour.
And if not, then in about an hour.
Yeah. So
And
it just
the patrol
depends. So
will be
basically,
back.
so basically, it depends. If you go down and wait, then you probably don't need to cast a fly spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Then we will go down there and wait.
Okay. Is anyone else going down with her? Keep in mind that unless they have some means of becoming invisible or hiding, you might make you might be spotted or something like that.
That reminds me. Would you mind casting level variation on the invisibility?
Yeah. Well, since there's been so much discussion, I was like waiting on any of that for the actual execution. I didn't realize that you
All right.
technically execute.
We're executing. Let's go.
I think
Okay.
that the best person to go down with her would probably be either Solas or Lafdul. They can get something to make them visible.
We're cutting out a bit there. I mean, Braxon will go if you want him.
You can't
But-
be invisible.
Yeah, exactly. He'd need invisibility cast on him.
So that's why I said either Lafdul or Solas.
I mean, I can make myself invisible. I'm just thinking of spells that might break it. Do I know if memory read breaks? It's a hostile action. Is it hostile? I don't think it is.
I
It's
don't
a
think you've been in
neutral
a
spell.
situation that you know for sure.
Yeah, but why would that be a hostile operation? You're just trying to mind read.
Yeah, but it's not willful. I know what, like... basically, I'm worried about if I go down and use my invisibility now, I may not have it later, where I really do need it.
Yeah,
You can
well,
also
that's-
hide in shadows down there.
Yeah, you're a rogue. You're good at being sneaky.
I suppose I can just sneak down, I guess.
Isn't there like any kind of shrubbery that Lafdul can duck behind?
There's
Yeah,
nothing down there, isn't
no.
there?
I mean, like there are loose stones. Because I mean there are rock slides and stuff like that on occasion. Like you haven't seen any, but you can see the evidence of it. There's no big plants, but there are bushes and shrubs and small stunted trees and stuff like that. So yeah, there are places for him to hide. But yeah, I mean, it will depend on his hide and shadows roll, how successful he is.
Well, I imagine he's pretty skilled at that.
Depends whether or not I'm wearing my armor.
Well, it also
with
like keep in mind also that hide and shadows is not like, you know, Baldur's Gate, boom, you're invisible. It's if someone isn't looking in your direction, it doesn't matter if you failed. They're not going to see you because they're not looking in your direction.
True, but it helps.
Right? No, but I'm just saying that you may still like you won't know what the roll is. I roll it secretly, so you won't know whether it's working unless they notice you, kind of thing. So like most of the time, it's just you try it and hope.
I still think they should go for it.
Yeah.
At least so we can move on.
Also, if you're down there hiding Lafdul, you can potentially spot something that you can use the locate object with.
At that distance.
And I would think, I may be wrong, but I would think that a hostile action is also sort of proven by afterwards attacking them. If you just want to know what they think, I would not see that as a proper hostile action. I mean, you're. Do we actually know that you're a
No, but I mean,
mischief maker?
sometimes you might do a hostile action to distract them so you can get away, kind of thing, and it depends a lot
Yeah.
on situations. So, you have not been in a situation where you've been invisible and cast Mind Read, I don't think. At least-
Memory read.
Memory Read, whatever. So I can't remember a situation. Yeah, I hate that there's two spells with that name. So I'm not gonna straight up tell you. You gotta try it out sometimes.
Yeah.
If you don't think that, like, if you don't think it would be a hostile action, then operate based on that.
Oh no, I'm ambivalent because I can see both sides of the argument.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, but
then
do remember, for example, pickpocketing was not hostile action.
Yeah, but that was less
All right.
personal, if that makes sense.
But my point is you oftentimes need to make an assumption and roll with it and hope.
Hmm.
And that's what
Leva
I'm
has
trying to
arrived at the
convey.
bottom in the meantime. Leva is trying to hide somewhere. I
I
know
mean,
she's invisible.
I mean, if you really want to check this, Leva could probably prepare another invisibility, make you invisible, and then you can test on one of us.
It's too late for
Real-
her to prepare another one, though.
No,
Okay.
she's gone. The invisibility is used up that she
Then,
had.
then if you really want to test it, you could waste your,
I will
your
leave
invisibility
my-
today and test it.
No, I will leave my armor behind because I'm not planning on getting in a fight. It gives me another 10 to my roll.
Okay.
So I got 70 in Hiding Shadows and 80 for Be Silent.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
going fairly light, actually. No backpack or anything.
All right. So you and Leva make your way down. I would say that this is probably around noon that you're getting down there. I'll say that Finn has been on watch, and you have not been informed of a patrol coming out. So you get down to the bottom, and it's about 1 p.m. now. And you're gonna hide in shadows. You're looking for, like, Leva can being invisible. She can actually
Where
do
she can
like
see me.
she can kind of do scouting kind of thing. Yeah, she can't move silently, but she is an elf and she's invisible. So,
She's also
Are you
not wearing
certain?
armor.
Did you roll the level variation?
yeah, you're invisible. I did.
Okay.
So, Lafdul, you get down to the bottom and look for a likely spot, and you're gonna hide in shadow. Pardon me, hide in shadows down there.
Slava, just like basically, can you see me from over there?
If you're saying that, then you've broken
Oh
hide
yeah,
in
no,
shadows.
I'm just role playing. That helps me, you know. It's like,
But
don't
my-
go over there. Move
no.
slightly to the.
What?
If you speak, you're breaking hide in shadows.
Can't speak. Can't speak.
All right. So you ensconce yourself, and since you're trying to hide, like, Levin knows where you are and stuff like that. So hiding shadows is as much about not just being completely hidden, but being just unnoticed. But Levin knows where you are, so it's not like having someone else indicate, "Oh yeah, no, I can't see you," is not really the best way of running it. And you guys wait. And you wait. And you wait. 4 hours pass.
This is the day where they have no patrols.
4 hours pass. It's 5 p.m. It's late in the day. The sun isn't quite setting because it is summer. But it has moved well past midday. And you've positioned yourselves in such a way that Leva at least can see the entrance. And you see a patrol leave and begin to make its way out. It is starting out by heading straight down the road away from the mountain. And let me check something else. Just a second.
I will have used my hat of disguise to, at the very least, make myself look like a human, so I'm not an elf.
Okay. Okay. It is a group of 7. It's basically matching what you guys have seen before or been described. Can't remember if Leva has actually seen a patrol.
She hasn't.
Okay. So you know that they will be on patrol for about an hour. How long do you want to wait before you begin casting your spells?
Ooh. So it takes 1 turn for the wizard eye. That's 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And just a second. How long? I've forgotten already. How long does it last? 1 round a level, so it's 1.5 rounds a level. She will start 15 minutes before the assumed return. She will cast the which one is it? The divination enhancement.
Okay.
And then she will start casting Wizard Eye.
Okay. Alright, so you cast your divination enhancement. And alright, that is a success.
Poof.
Suddenly there's a
Do you
pit
think they
there.
would
That'll be
notice?
awkward.
Do you think they'd notice if she gets a fireball instead of a Wizard Eye?
They might.
Who notices a little fireball?
You just gotta go for it.
What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing.
And then you cast Wizard Eye?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we wait.
Alright. And you send it like over to the doors
Yes.
so that it's all
This
prepared.
She is sending it to the door at the very top where she saw the door open before. So as soon as the door opens even a little bit, the Wizard Eye is through.
Okay. Can you can't hear through the Wizard Eye.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. Let's see. But she didn't. She didn't memorize a clear audio.
Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna be like watching around the entrance for the patrol coming back, kind of thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. So they are making their way back along the road, straight towards the mountain, and they come to the front. You yourself, Leva, are too far away to like hear exactly what's going on. So you'll only be seeing things. Let me check something. Okay. All right. So you get the Wizard Eye prepared to go in. The patrol stops in front of the doors, and you see the obvious leader of the group step to the side and pull on the rope twice. And then after a moment, the doors open, and they enter into a room that you can see is, I believe it's 10 feet by 10 feet. Let me double check. Maybe 20 by 20. Yeah, it's 20 by 20. and they pile in. You can see that there's another set of double doors as well, and there is those inner doors are closed, and there's an eighth guard in the chamber who has clearly just opened the doors for the patrol.
Uh-huh.
You gonna
Okay.
send the wizard eye in?
Yes.
Okay. As soon as it crosses the threshold of the door, you lose contact.
So
You
that
no longer
looks
see
like
anything else.
Yes, it's. I mean, a wizard eye is slightly visible to somebody who knows it's there. Is it still visible?
You're too far away to really see because it is tiny.
Oh, what a pity! But she could assume that this is an anti-magic field.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be spelled, I assume, or if it's conjuration based.
That's
So
alteration, actually.
Ooh.
What?
she moves to Lafdul and tells him that it seems there's an anti-magic area there, and the way the patrol showed that it wants to get in.
Well, let's
Did
see
the
if they
bells
come
ring?
out.
Did the bells ring when they pulled on the cord?
From where you are, you could not hear any bells.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
I want to wait to see if they react, to see if they've noticed Wizard Eye. As in, is the door taking longer to close?
The doors, once they are in, the doors close. Leva, you can see that happening. You don't see them acting or reacting in any way that you would consider unusual. They just seem to be entering.
Okay.
And then the doors close.
I want to wait like 10 minutes before leaving.
Okay.
We didn't see anything like, let's say, sometimes when things disappear, they disappear in a puff of smoke or with a little bit of light or something like that. There's nothing like that?
You didn't see anything like that.
Okay. Anyway, if they had seen it, they would have reacted differently. Okay. So exercise worked.
Okay.
The test worked.
So you make your way
Yes.
back up the mountain to let everyone else know.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that means if we attempt to go through that way, all of our magic is going to get turned off.
Yes.
The-
Probable.
Depending
that-
on the nature of the magic, it could be destroyed. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase it. The field itself could be, unless it's naturally occurring, and then we might be able to get rid of it with certain magics.
Okay, but if we were to enter the field, would that destroy our magic items that we have on us?
Disable them most likely.
Probably
Mhm.
disable.
But if
Unless
they're
they're
disabled,
sensitive.
but if they're disabled, would they regain magic when we leave, or would they lose magic forever?
No, they would only be disabled while we are in the zone.
It just prevents their operation, as far as I know.
So it wouldn't be if we went in with all our medical gear and everything. They wouldn't be broken forever in the process.
Permanently enchanted stuff, you're more than safe with, but potions and stuff, I don't know how they'd react.
I don't think they get
I think they
dispelled.
just
They
can't
just
be used.
don't work. Yeah, they just
They
don't work
just-
while in the area.
Okay. And are we going to check to see? And I guess the other check is to see if the shaft also has anti-magic.
Leva got her wizard eye all the way down the shaft before.
Yes.
Okay,
And to
so
the-
it's just this entrance that has the anti-magic, not the entire facility.
That's what we could assume. Also, when Finn was there, if we know that, or at least he knows that when he runs into an anti-magic spell, he can't change form, and he didn't notice anything.
Okay.
So
But he
in
also
theory,
probably wouldn't have noticed unless he tried to change form in it.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true.
So it sounds like our best shot is to get in through one of the shafts, right? So we don't
Yeah.
get messed up by the anti-magic field.
Well, we don't have
Well,
one of the shafts. We have the shed with the big shaft where we could get in once we get rid of the grate, the hot grate at the top.
Okay.
We don't have much choice there. Are the small, the smoky ones, they're too small, aren't they?
They're
Really
actually
too
about the
small.
same size.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, the shaft with the hot grate, vent in there is, or the whole shaft down the actual prison is only about, was it about foot by foot?
Mhm.
Half a foot by half foot.
Yeah, so it would either take us all being reduced or polymorph to get down there, or many days of stone shapes.
Yeah, that's polymorphing good and there.
Could I
So-
get a spellcraft check from each spellcaster?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Oh,
That's a success.
technically I'm a spellcaster, but I don't have spellcraft.
Yeah, if you don't have
Not
spellcraft, then
me.
there's nothing.
I can't just roll intelligence and hope for the best.
Nope. All right, so Leva and Solas. Based on your experiences, you would put there to be two possibilities. One, standard anti-magic type situation, where magic just doesn't operate within it. Magic can't cross it, magic can't operate within it, but once it's outside, everything's hunky-dory. Two, some sort of dispel magic field, where magic is actively dispelled upon entering. You're
Would
not really
dispel magic
sure.
field,
I'm sorry?
Would we notice it by how the wizard eye was dispelled or
They
disappeared?
have pretty similar. They don't really have outward visual appearances or anything like that. It would basically be like if you had haste on yourself and you entered, you'd be returned to normal speed, and then upon leaving, you'd still be under the haste. If it's a
Would it,
normal anti-magic field. If it's some sort of dispel magic, then you would enter it. You would no longer be hasted, and upon leaving again, you would still not be hasted anymore.
would that dispel magic effect be visible with the detect magic?
Not really, because it's basically dispelling the detection as well.
Okay.
Anti-magic zone would not have any effect on potions and the like. A dispel magic type field would negatively affect potions. And magic items would be suppressed for a time after leaving as well.
Well, when you got a bunch of fighters, the best thing you want is to disable their magic, so... should we just go to the shack, I guess, at this point?
All right.
Yeah, let's go
Sounds
to the
good.
shack.
Okay.
We'll go into the shack, aren't we?
Yep.
Mhm.
We're gonna
Yeah.
move it.
All right. So that'll be about 7. So the sun is definitely beginning to set now, and is getting toward it. It will be at night at 8. And you get to the shed. And how do you want to handle it?
I guess Finn's keeping watch.
Yeah.
Well, no, they have to. If they want to, they have to do the door first.
I can shape
Oh,
wood one of the panels off that would give you clear access to the grating if I get a little bit of assistance from the relevant people, Braxon, Solas, to tell me where to shoot wood.
Okay.
All right,
Should
so
I
you three
be-
work together to. You just want to basically make one of the walls removable.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
modular house or something. I don't know.
All right. Then
Keeping it
Lafdul, give me an intelligence check.
I thought it was going to use that proficiency.
And I will give you a -1 bonus
Oh. All right,
for
minus
their
1.
assistance.
So I have a score of 15 in that case. Oh, that looked like a 15 to me.
All right. So you easily figure out the best place to get that set that up so that like it's not making the whole wall removable, but it's making enough that you can get in with at most just like ducking your head down kind of thing, and it won't really impede your movement. Now this does mean that you still can't have a whole bunch of people like clustered around this vent opening, but you have a lot more access to it now.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just going to try and stone shape it out first, or... And I'll try and grip it with my ring.
Yeah, Solas will cast a stone shape to
I
widen the hole.
I will swap my ring of regeneration for the ring of telekinesis.
Okay. You're not gonna try dispelling it first?
We might be able to just keep the... We'll see if we can just pull it out.
They will cast the dispel of magic on it before we start arguing about this again.
Or it might be useful to keep.
I mean, I was just asking yes or no.
Yeah,
Well, I
Leva
could
cast
dispel it, but,
dispel
you
magic
know.
on it.
All right, Leva's gonna cast dispel magic. All right.
Yes. Where's that's a token thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I do need that. I'm just rolling level variation first.
There's no way for you to know for several hours if it's been dispelled, so what's the point?
I mean,
it
if you
takes
cast,
a long time for it to cool down as well.
if you cast dispel detect magic, then you would know pretty quick.
Yeah, that's
but also
another...
it doesn't take that long if it's magic.
What it did? Oh, I thought you indicated it would take a while.
I mean, I
So-
indicated that it wouldn't be instantaneous, but it's not like it would take hours.
So do you want me to cast the die or not, or
Yeah, go ahead.
did you do it?
Go ahead. I was rolling for level variation. Okay. However, I was having you do that just be mean because you did get a wild surge,
Oh no.
which actually has 0 effect on this situation because that thing has no cloth on it.
Oh, it would have.
Target.
Oh, Braxon, you were lucky. Oh, PMP Gamer just realized there's a wild mage here. So she's going to cast another one because she memorized 2 of them.
Okay.
And she wants to use a reroll on that.
All right. On the level variation, I mean on the dispel magic roll itself.
Yes.
Okay.
The other one, that's how
Yep.
it is.
Okay.
You could get a higher variation, take the best out of 2 variations, I suppose.
Oh, forget it.
Well, I already
It's
rolled.
not- And?
It's not a wild surge.
Okay.
It is
praying
actually
with-
level +1 though, so you're 12th level for
12.
dispelling.
Oh, okay.
So just use that twice.
I think I'm doing fine with this. Don't you think so?
You could
dispel
get better.
13th
There's a
level.
chance, like you're basically
let's-
rolling right in the middle. So,
Anything
Let's
that's
try again.
paramount-
Another 12, isn't it?
and you said that you were using a yeah,
That's
you're
the
still
reroll.
12th. Yeah.
on
Okay.
50th level. What
I
levels
could use another
pyromancy?
2 or 3 rerolls, but I think that's good enough for the moment.
Well, you only used one, so.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's the thing. Like you basically always want to get high with this, and waiting about 15 minutes will make it very clear that that Dispel Magic did in fact work.
Did.
It
Good.
did.
It's cooling down.
All right, so
So
you move out of the way and let Solas in so that he can.
Yes.
Okay. So, Solas, keep in mind that basically what you're doing is you're trying to shape the stone away from the edges of the grate so that it's not as firmly attached.
Yeah, widen the hole.
Right,
Also.
but you're not widening the hole. Because it's 10 feet down. You can't widen that much. Basically, what you're doing is you're just shaping the stone right around the thing away from it.
I have two stone shapes, so I was planning on widening the hole to it and basically getting it out that way.
Okay. If you use one to get lower, and then the second one to actually pull the stone away from the grate.
Yeah.
Okay. So with the second one,
It'd be a lot
Lafdul,
easier.
you can't use telekinesis on the grate until it's a loose object.
I can't like yank it out or anything.
So basically, you'd have to try and catch it as soon as the stone pulls away, which would make an attack, which would require an attack roll.
Oh, that thing might fall all the way down. Can we have multiple people trying to... Braxon, get your rope, get a crowbar, and wedge it on the underside. So you're T-hooking it.
With me widening the hole, Braxon should be easily able to use his rope to go and be ready to pick the grate.
And it won't set light to my rope.
No, it's been dispelled.
Okay.
So Braxton,
Well,
you get into the shed and command your rope to go down.
Yeah.
In fact, the rope can just hold on to it, actually. It doesn't even need to use it with a crowbar anymore.
That's what you're doing?
Yeah, this better not melt my rope.
Okay. So you've got the rope attached to the grate, and Solas, you use your second stone shape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you feel the slack suddenly go on that rope as there is nothing holding that grate in place anymore.
Yeah.
Braxon.
I think Braxton would have taken the strain. He wouldn't be pulling it, but like...
Yeah, I'd be trying to help with my ring of telekinesis, not trying to conjure it. It's just trying to hold it in place at the moment.
Right. It's just that as soon as there's nothing holding it, like it will there was slack on the rope before, and I'm not saying that you drop it, so it's not like it would start falling or anything like that.
Yeah,
but
we're
it does
trying
move
to minimize the
immediately.
noise.
Okay.
And it does make a clang. But Lafdul, you're gonna use your ring of telekinesis to try and pull it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The two of you are easily able to get that up with a minimal of noise after that first clang. You have no idea how loud that was down the shaft or anything like that.
Braxton's going to put it down to the side or wherever Lafdul wants to put it. And
I imagine it would be moderately audible, but...
And then take his rope off and check it's nice and cool.
Yep.
Probably warm.
It's not even that.
Oh.
I mean, it's magic rope. It's protected.
The grate is like not even warm anymore.
Okay.
Okay, so now you've opened up the way down without so it no longer has that grate it's in the way.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys gonna do now?
I say we wait for the night.
It's close enough to nighttime that if you go down, like you're looking at you know, it's just a matter of minutes. So I'm not too concerned about that.
What are we doing with this elemental then?
It's up to you.
Well, that's what I said. Have you
I'm,
got something that can put it to sleep for a few minutes?
I'm planning on casting protection from evil on myself at least.
Yeah, I've got one for myself, but I didn't. I took 2 polymorphs because I didn't know how long I was going to be down there for.
Mm-hmm.
Would your protection from evil protect
No.
everyone?
You need a 10-foot
No,
radius.
I don't have the 10 feet radius memorized.
Mm.
No, I don't
do
either.
have 2, so I can protect Leva, but it's under half an hour that the protection lasts, so the whole trip down there will be under half an hour for Solas.
My telepathy lasts, I think, half an hour. But obviously, traveling back up, the protection would have worn out. I suppose getting out. When we get out, are you all going to be polymorphing?
I'm going to be polymorphed when I go in.
Mm.
Yeah, so you'll
And
know how
flying
to
and
take
invisible.
I
He's
assume
already invisible.
Finn would have told us about the hummingbird. That was the ideal form to, or maybe suggested.
That's what he used. I mean, whether it's the ideal form or not is.
Or would he have
mean-
conveyed that to us?
I mean, you saw him come out in hummingbird form.
Alright,
I don't
yeah,
know
then
if he
I
said
see.
that he felt that that was the best form or not. I mean, he's limited by the forms he can take.
What I'm suggesting.
Have we ever seen a hummingbird?
You saw him in hummingbird form.
Yeah.
Yes, but is that enough?
You just need to know it exists.
I'm not going to be relying on hummingbird's flying ability since I'm going to be casting fly.
Well, the Levo is going to do the same. She's invisible. She casts fly. She makes herself smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so it's just Lafdul that gauntlets it. Alright, that's good.
Do you want me to reduce you?
No, I can polymorph.
Okay.
Oh, if we're all going down as a group of polymorph people, then we should be good.
All right. I want to be able to track durations. So, Leva, you cast fly on yourself.
Yes.
What is the duration for that?
Just
1
a
turn
second.
plus per level plus 1d6 turns.
Okay.
1 turn level, yeah. Long.
Mm-hmm.
And the invisibility is long too.
Yeah, sorry. How much is my mic picking up?
I
seeing
was
it pop a lot.
hearing some of that.
I was moving my chair, so sorry.
Protection from evil is the shortest duration spell that Solas is going to be casting, so Solas casts that the last.
Okay, well, hold on.
Are you
I
both flying, then?
I need to keep track of this stuff, so I'm writing some
Yeah.
stuff down.
I can make you fly also, Lafdul.
Oh, alright, that.
I have
Alright.
2 flies.
All right, so you're gonna cast fly on Lafdul as well.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be casting invisibility 10 feet radius on myself.
All right. So Solas, what level are you again?
I'm a 10th level mage and 9th level cleric.
Okay, so is okay.
I will cast my telepathies, I guess, when they're casting their flies. My telepathy lasts 1 turn plus 2 rounds of level. It was 28 minutes.
Oh, hold on. Okay, let's see. Telepathy.
Mm-hmm. Maybe 28 and 27 minutes.
20 and 27. Who are you casting it on first?
Solas and then Lever, I guess.
Okay, so 28 and 27. All right.
And my protection from evil lasts 27 rounds.
And mine would be 24.
And I will cast first one to Leva and second one to myself.
Oh, you have 2? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So that means 4 rounds have gone round. I think.
And as I said, the protection from evil would be the last spell I cast.
Yeah, and you're casting invisibility 10-foot radius?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And that lasts as long as the invisibility spell. So
As long
for
as
the whole
people
day.
stay near you.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And polymorph?
3 hours.
2 turns a
Oh,
level. 2 turns a level.
Are we using polymorph if we're just all magically flying now?
You have to get small.
Yeah,
sorry, yeah.
There was a question to old. I was going to ask, what happens if we don't polymorph? If we don't make ourselves
We can't
smaller,
fit.
do we get stuck in the hole?
You can't fit.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
would it be possible with the polymorph to just reduce our size?
No.
So, but we could polymorph into, let's say, a little child. A human child.
A
really small
I'm
one.
not sure if human children. I mean, I suppose I would fit there by a 6-inch by 6-inch.
Or
think
an elf child, because
I think you would like. So theoretically, yes, you could, but you have extraordinarily limited range of motion. Like, yes, you're flying, but you're like you can't just be a child. You have to be a baby.
Okay.
That's
No.
Not even a toddler.
She goes for the form of a hummingbird because she trusts Finn that he came up with a form that survived the trip.
Okay.
Yeah,
so Lafdul, your polymorph is 3 hours. Solas?
It's 2 turns per level, so 20 turns. So a bit on 200
what
minutes.
is yours?
Or am I looking the wizard polymorph self is 2 turns per level.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
so
Leva
20
doesn't.
turns.
Yeah, so a little bit over 3 hours.
And Leva doesn't know.
Bit under 3 hours.
I thought it was 3 hours. Am I?
No, 18 is 3 hours.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, and yeah, I need to roll Wild Surge for.
I suppose the polymorph should have been the first spells cast.
Invisibility lasts longer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Reduce lasts far less long.
I mean, when you're looking at 3 hours, it doesn't matter if you cast like Fly or Polymorph first. It's a pretty long-term thing.
How does your rate only last until if someone leaves the area, they never. I mean, they become visible basically. Like.
So Leva, you may not be going down with them.
Well, tell.
Because as you are casting these spells, you try to cast your polymorph self spell, and plants reach out and wrap around your limbs and grab you, and you are entangled.
Oh well, you have to go without me. Bye-bye.
Oh wait, no. Actually, sorry, I misread that. It's not quite that bad. You still lose a spell. I don't know why I read it as entangled. You're actually enlarged.
Oh
She's
no.
enlarged. But what she can do is she could cast reduce on herself, right? That doesn't last
that
very
was
long, but
Right now would just cancel the enlargement.
Mm-hmm.
she has 2 reduces. Ha!
Oh, okay.
Oh, how many wild surges can you roll?
All right.
Hey, we haven't had wild surges for ages. It's about time.
Okay.
Do
The first one is successful in canceling the enlargement.
Mm-hmm.
And how long does reduce last?
Very little. Which
At
is
your
the
normal
second
level.
line. At the normal level.
Oh, worst case
I just
scenario, I
looked
got
at
push.
5
5
rounds,
Five
actually,
rounds
right?
per
Yeah,
level.
5 rounds a
Okay.
level.
55 minutes.
So it does last longer than the
Slap and stuff, so it will be
protection
good.
from evil.
Mhm.
Okay. So you're
Question is how she comes back up.
reduced and flying, basically.
Okay.
You can, I mean, Solas at least was already planning on staying short, only about 20 minutes because he doesn't want to be attacked by the air elemental when he comes back up.
Mm-hmm.
You just get
So
buffed
your
with it.
Ebha
reduce would last
fully
long
agree with
enough.
that.
So your
Alright.
reduce would last long enough.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be pretty quick about this then.
Okay. So, you take the plunge, go over the edge, and go straight down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is the movement rate for fly?
18.
18. Okay. So yeah, you can get down pretty quick with that. And so it's just a matter of minutes to get down at that point. I will say 5 minutes to get down because a lot of that is just letting gravity take hold.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
you can get twice the speed if you're descending in a dive, but
Yep.
I don't think there's space for dive.
Oh no, there's space for a dive.
He just
you're
rotates that
small.
straight upside down.
I mean, if you're small, there's space for a dive. Okay. So you get down to the bottom, and I actually did realize that the way down should have been a different place that I put Finn last time, so I'm going to retroactively change some things. However, it's not going to make a big difference in terms of like how that will actually be, just because it's like it's not a big deal. You're still getting down to a place that he has been. However, I need to reposition some tokens, so let me go ahead and get us over here. So give me a second to position the tokens.
At the moment, I am relying on Solas' invisibility. I do have my granted power, but...
All right. So you guys are getting down to the base of the shaft, and you see a vent shaft that essentially goes north, a ventilation shaft that goes west, and one that goes southeast. And I'm using, south is essentially towards the entrance of the facility.
I don't see the map yet.
Right.
Same.
You're not going to.
Yeah, he's not going to give us a map, so...
I'm not going to give you a map until you're out of the vent.
Oh, okay.
Because
At the moment,
I
we
don't
can
I
just
don't have a
do
map of the
vents.
vent. I have a
Mhm.
map of where
Ah.
the vents go, and also I'm moving tokens around.
So the exits from the vent were
Well, they're not exits. They're
North.
vents. You're looking at
Circulatory.
you're looking at the vents leading to other portions of the facility at this point. So you're on a. Oh, actually, you know what? I just noticed the time. It is time to take a break, which is great because it'll give me time to move the tokens.
And figure this all out.
Yeah, so we will take a break and let you guys think about which way you want to go. Like I said, you have north, west, and southeast is where you are right now. And I will say that you can see some faint light from basically like all of the directions. So
basically
there's
until I actually see the map, I'm mentally visualizing this as one of those text adventures.
Yeah.
So, who's in the group that's in there right now?
The
Three
spellcasters.
casts, apart from Finn.
Okay.
yeah, just the just the 3 spellcasters.
Try not to get yourselves killed.
Yay!
No promises.
No promises, indeed. All right, so we will be back in about 10 minutes, everyone. Good time to stretch your legs and get something to drink. And I will have moved all of the tokens around. So we will be back in just a few minutes. See you shortly, everyone.